Yeah, so it sounds like you literally met the devil. I'd like to stay anonymous, however, I have some stories that might interest everyone. The house has always had activity in it. It was built on top of an Indiana war cemetery. Most of the action was just walking into doors or talking to something in the distance, to walking up on us, behind us, to watching us. Once it pretended to be my mother and went into the garage at 5 a.m. Garage is next to my room, and when called out for my mother, she responded in her room, but the garage door was always unlocked. Years later, I did chanting, music, and writing, promising my soul for something I honestly cannot remember, but I did it as a goof. But activity picked up a lot. I believe I was the only person seeing it in the house, but I saw the biggest thing. It was taller than the door frame and had to bend weirdly in order to look at me. Goat hooves and this odd type of clothing on the lower half. Similar to Aztec garments, golden, red, and purple, was completely black colored, thick, shiny fur, almost oily due to its shine. Horns were long but similar to a gazelle. His eyes were red with yellow, red in the middle, but yellow where our black rim around the eyes would be, and our white part was blackish blue. I think it was a guy only because I think it takes different forms and it's all male forms. This one visited the most. Sleep paralysis, I'd get a lot, and it was always this thing coming up to me and checking me out like a piece of fruit, where you examine it but might not touch it. Second form, or its smaller, was about 5'2", I guess, but had black human like hair, facing forward hair, different antlers like a mountain goat, and was pretty well hidden in the darkness of the bathroom, but I could see he was watching from the hallway since my bedroom was at the end, one near the garage, and the living room light was on, giving me the ability to see the antlers and the hair. The third form, this one confused me a bit as it was completely black, darker than my sun blocking curtains at 2 a.m., and taller than the ceiling. However, I had red lights on, so I was confused as I looked at the spot. Then my mirror in the same spot and didn't see it in the mirror, but I saw it in front of my eyes. I did that like 3 times. Mind you, I was turning around repeatedly to look at this spot I clearly see but isn't reflecting. So I changed the light and it disappeared. When I noticed it, when I had already let my dog out, which he didn't want to come back in for hours after I witnessed that, this happened in the new house. Another account, in a new house, we hear walking above and coming down our stairs, distance talking, stuff breaking, nothing actually broke, and knocking. We made a mistake and opened the door after it knocked, thinking it was a roommate. It went home with my partner, I think, because at that night she was in the bathroom when she heard her bathroom door began to shake because it was being kicked aggressively. So she went and opened the door, nothing was there, and everyone was asleep but her. Personally, it's never bothered me, but I find it odd to bother other people who only visit and don't live in the same house as me.